It's time for City Beat, your source for all the latest news on the city of Thompson, only on 610 CHTM.
All right, welcome to this week's edition of City Beat here on 610 CHTM. I'm wearing my my old Inco hard hat that I acquired from someone here in town in honor of King Minor Day and Nickel Days here in Thompson. It is happening this weekend. Mayor Johnson, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
And I'll give you just a couple minutes off the top to highlight some of the stuff happening this weekend for Nickel Days, and I'm sure what will be coming up the rest of the week.
Sure. Just a couple quick things. First, on a couple meetings that I want to bring to the attention of the community that took place last week. Last Thursday, we had an opportunity to sit down with representatives from the RCMP, Thompson Fire and Emergency Services, our public safety director, the local government district of Mystery Lake, as well as highways and conservation from the province of Manitoba to talk about the issue of litter in the LGD and specifically between city boundaries and the waste disposal grounds. Just want to advise the public that we are going to be moving in cooperation with those agencies to clamp down on enforcement of unsecured loads between the city and the dump. Encourage people to secure those loads. And I want to acknowledge and thank the groups that have been out cleaning up the area. I know McDonald Youth Services was out earlier, I think, in working with the Department of Highways, and I believe the Scouts and volunteers were out last night. I drove into town yesterday, returning from Winnipeg, and I was very pleased to see that it's been cleaned up tremendously between the waste disposal grounds and the city. Appreciate that. We're going to be doing some signage to let people know that we will be cracking down on enforcement. The other one is on Friday we had the City Long Service Awards and Barbecue for our employees. As always, the greatest resource the City of Thompson has is our employees, and I appreciate the efforts that they put in it, and so it was nice to recognize some of the long service of some of our employees. So with that, that's a bit of an update from last week. Of course, we're now into the 11 days of celebration, really starting today, first day of summer, with National Aboriginal Day and, of course, Nickel Days over the next few days. And then we wrap up sort of with Canada Day on July the 1st. Reminder, National Aboriginal Day today, Centennial Park. Encourage people to get out, 1 o'clock grand entry. A number of events throughout the day. Nickel Days, Thompson Regional Community Center, and Canada Day will also be Thompson Regional Community Center. Want to thank all the volunteers that make these events possible and encourage people to get out, have fun, and take in some of the events.
Okay, and we'll open up the phone line, 677-8181, 677-8181. Your questions directly to the Mayor of the City of Thompson, Tim Johnston. 677-8181 phone lines are open. Mayor Johnston, I have a question for you. With the the expected number of people here in town from outlying communities, will Thompsonites expect a increased presence by the RCMP and police forces?
Well, as we've done in past years, the RCMP have brought in additional resources ensure that everyone can enjoy the weekend, the festivities in a safe environment, and so just a bit of a warning, I guess, to some of the people out there. We will have an added presence of RCMP officers in the city over the next few days. Okay, and the last regular city meeting of council, it came about that there's a new restaurant opening in town. Maybe just discuss that. So this is one of the developments that I've spoken to or alluded to in previous meetings. We have the same business group that developed the extended stay hotel property is now moving forward with building a restaurant immediately adjacent to that property. At the meeting on council, we gave approval to proceed, and I look forward to construction starting in the near future. This is one of, I think, a number of projects that we may be seeing come to reality over the next few months. And we also had resolutions to approve the tenders
for the space in the TRCC for the fitness and wellness facility and also the new restaurant. Could you discuss about those two contracts, both of them awarded to Laban Fitness?
Yeah, we had, and I'm pleased that we had some response to the tenders that were issued, both in terms of the fitness center as well as the food services. Council did have an evaluation committee go through those, evaluate them. The results were presented on Monday night and resolutions were passed, so I'm pleased. This is part of the process of getting the Thompson Regional Community Center up and running, and look forward, likely most of those final events taking place, or final things being put into place likely September.
Okay, and we do have a caller on line 4, Raymond from Cross Lake. What's your question?
Yes, I just wanted to ask the mayor, good day there, sir.
Good to hear from you, Ray.
Nice to hear from you again. I didn't know I'd be listening to you on the radio this early. I just wanted to ask you, what do they have lined up in terms of what the Aboriginal Day happening in Thompson right now? I'm coming into town as we speak.
Well, I think that encourage people to stop by Centennial Park. There's a number of different activities. It's really going to start with the grand entry at 1 o'clock in terms of some of the official things. There'll be a number of dignitaries speaking. The City of Thompson will be participating, and I'm very pleased we'll be releasing the 2012 Aboriginal Accord report. Councillor Lafreniere will provide that report. And then there's going to be a variety of entertainment throughout the day. There's some food booths. I just think it'll be a real good opportunity for people to come down and celebrate Aboriginal culture and tradition. I'm very pleased, the City of Thompson, that we're able to be a partner in terms of the event and provide some facilities, and really encourage people to come down and take in the festivities. So, Ray, I look forward to seeing you again at the event.
677-8181, 677-8181. Once again, phone lines are always open here on City Beat, taking your questions directly to the Mayor of the City of Thompson, Tim Johnston, 677-8181. Mayor Johnston, I have a question for you in regards to the brushing program the city's been going through over the summer. Could you maybe just give an update on that? I know there were some big operations over the last few days.
Yeah, we've done a number of areas. Very pleased with what took place out at the railway station. We've also done Thompson Drive South. We'll continue with the program, but in all honesty, we've moved some of those resources over to preparing the community for Nickel Days and the festivities, especially cutting the lawns and things like that. So we'll be back into the brushing likely in the next week or so. In addition, we've been working very closely with Manitoba Conservation. I want to acknowledge the support and Bruce Holmes as a resource to the City of Thompson. He's been able to secure some resources, and we're removing some of the dead trees along Mystery Lake Road across from the Provincial Building and the Legion. And so I'm very pleased. The brushing program, I think, is really important from a safety point of view, from a aesthetics point of view, and it's one that we've had some real success. And as you'll note, in some of the areas that we've brushed over the last 2 or 3 years, you'll start to see that it takes less and less effort if we do that ongoing maintenance program, so we're able to expand out into a few other areas. I'd ask if residents do have areas that they'd like to see us in, or if they do have comments, please let us know.
677-8181, 677-8181. Phone lines are always open. Mayor Johnston, in regards to paving and capital expenditure programs for the road work that is expected to be happening this year, when should Thompsonites expect to see that work completed and started?
Well, it'll start likely, I believe, the first or second week of July, and it's there's going to be some interruptions. Obviously, we're doing some major work, certainly in the area from Mystery Lake Road to Oak Street, I believe, immediately adjacent to the Thompson Hospital. That will be redone, so it's an area that has had a great deal of need. So I ask for people's cooperation and patience, and, of course, safety in and around the construction crews.
677-8181. Phone lines are open. You received a letter at the last meeting of council regarding camping spots and dock spaces and the availability or possible availability of additional cottage lots at Paint Lake and the surrounding areas. Most of them you weren't impressed with the answers. Could you maybe just talk about that and the questions in the letter that you had sent to the minister?
Well, this has been an ongoing dialogue between the City of Thompson and the Province of Manitoba for at least the last 3 or 4 years, and I did acknowledge that they've made some progress, certainly in terms of the dock slips and a commitment in terms of increasing the number of electrical sites, and I think that's positive. The concern that we've still expressed to the minister is that Paint Lake is a true gem for residents, and it truly is a major impact on retention and recruitment of residents in this community. So we feel that they need to go further in terms of increasing the number of seasonal lots. We feel they need to increase the length of the season for camping here in at Paint Lake. They do that in other areas of the province. And the last thing is, we truly believe they need to take a look at opening up additional cottage lots. One of the comments I had made is that Manitoba really prides itself on sort of being cottage country, and also has always prided itself on having cottage lots and facilities available at reasonable charges. Unfortunately, that likely isn't the case anymore, and I think that we need to see additional cottage lots made available. I know it has a huge influence on people and our community.
And what are some of the reasons that the province is giving you for not moving ahead in this direction?
Well, we've had ongoing discussions, and I think that we're probably not satisfied specifically in terms of the pace of the progress. Obviously, they're citing resources, and certainly in terms of the length of the seasonal camping season is the need to get the facility ready for the winter. Again, they're doing it in other parts of the province. I think we need to take a hard look at that. So I look forward. I think we're going to be responding and asking for an opportunity to meet with representatives from the north with the department, and we'll continue to push this. This is an issue. As I said at the meeting, one of the very first comments regarding the Thompson Economic Diversification Group meetings was the need for more cottage lots. So we'll continue to push it.
And I'll give you a couple of, just about a minute to wrap up with any closing statements.
Yeah, just a couple things. Really, I want to acknowledge it's a busy time. I want to welcome a lot of visitors to our community, not just for some of the events we talked about, but I also want to acknowledge that the Manitoba Professional Firefighters Association is holding its conference here in our community, and I want to welcome those individuals from throughout the province. I hope they enjoy the stay. I hear they had a very successful fishing venture last night. And in addition, just a reminder to residents that we will be having a special meeting of council on Monday, June 25th, to review and approve the 2011 financial statements. Encourage people to come out and ask any questions they may have. And again, lastly, I encourage people, families to get out. I understand the weather is going to be pretty good, although I see it's traditional nickel days weather with the clouds rolling in, but I understand the forecast is good. I'm going to take Don's word on that, and encourage families to get out, have fun, take in the events. This is a great time of the year to be in Thompson, and enjoy it. And again, whatever you're doing, please play safe.
Okay, thank you very much, Mayor Johnson. You can catch the City Beat right here on 610 CHGM every Thursday from 11:30 to quarter to noon. And you can always call in your questions ahead of time. 677-3905 is my number in the newsroom, or you can email them to me at chgmnews@arcticradio.ca. Speak to you again next week. Thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your day.
City Beat will be back next Thursday morning at 11:30.